now there's freaking Olympians, Olympic champions, world record holders now competing here as well. So it's just grown into something much bigger, much better. And it's all for the kids as well. They also have youth programs going on throughout the year, pole vault clinics. There's going to be pole vault in Beale Street later on today. So this has just grown into something so much bigger. So really honored to be a part of it. Really happy that the athletes showed up. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to y'all. I know y'all have really busy schedules. I'm going to go ahead and introduce Ed Murphey. Go ahead and come up, say your piece. Yes, let's hear it. The man, the myth, the legend.
Thank you. You're awesome.
Appreciate you.
Better believe it. Good morning. Good morning. Everybody doing well? So, welcome to the 9th annual Ed Murphey Classic, man. It's I'd like to take a moment and thank some of our sponsors, my employer, First Horizon Bank, Ally Bank, and for the first time this year, the USATF. City Auto, Priscilla, Stan Norton, and Matt Arnold have been amazing. They're out there probably picking up Craig Ingalls at 2:30 this morning when his flight is delayed. So it's amazing the logistics that we do to make this thing go, and we're really happy to be here. McNeil McDonald, the city of Memphis, they're coming along for the first time this year. So we kept growing our sponsorship base. We're really excited about this. And of course, all my friends that have been with me since day one, 9 years ago, they've really wrapped their arms around this thing and really taken care of us and bringing us along. You know, as she said, it's been 9 years since we started this race, and it was called the Ed Murphey Mile. And it was amazing. We brought in 12 athletes to break the 4-minute barrier because it had never been done in the city of Memphis. And so think about that, 9 years, COVID, all the things that we're doing. And here we are come later, and we have this year 450 athletes from 45 different countries right here in Memphis, Tennessee. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty special to me, and it's kind of like a pinch me moment. You know, and that's probably not even the best part of what's going on this year. Today, we have 28 athletes from the Murphy Track Club and 4 coaches heading to Oxford, Alabama to run for the Murphy Track Club, for the city of Memphis, and the USATF regionals. So that's really dear to my heart, how those things happen. You know, the Murphy Track Club started 3 years ago. We had 3 coaches, and we had about 60 kids. This year, we have 12 coaches, and we have over 300 kids that signed up. That's tremendous growth for us. And really, that's where the heart of our nonprofit starts, is making a difference in these kids' lives. And you know what? It's so cool. Last year, we had our first national champion, and she's going back for a repeat this year. So that's really good. I like to fly that Memphis banner all over the United States, and with this, we can fly it all over the world. You know, none of this really happens without great mentorship. I wish Paul Doyle were here. He's president of the American Track League, took us under his wing, and you know, Paul and I knew immediately that he was going to be special, because when I met him, he was all about the athlete first. He cares about all of you guys. He's one of the top agents in the world, and he was losing money just to carry on track and field in America. And as Sebastian Coe said to us, when I was in a meeting one day, he goes, "We need more great track meets in America." And I was sitting there going, wow, we could be that. We could be that. That's kind of where we are. But Paul Doyle has been amazing. John Nubani from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, good friend of a friend of ours up there. Met him. He runs the Doha meet. He looked at me one day and he goes, "Eddie, you know what? I'm going to take you around the world, and I'm going to put you in meetings, and I'm going to help lift you up and make you a great meet." He's taken me to Doha. He's taken me to Zurich, and he runs a Diamond League meet. There's some major Diamond League meets around the world, 14 of them, I believe. The Prefontaine Classic last weekend was one of those. But he runs the Doha meet, and he knows everybody. And he took me under his arms, put me in these meetings, and said, "Learn and dig." And we did. It's great. It's fantastic. And then I guess lastly we could talk about Tracktown USA. They're the ones out in Eugene, Oregon, amazing people. Chris O'Donnell, Jody Smith, and Michael Riley. We've been collaborating with them for about 5 years, and you know, that's a special thing. They're the ones who run the Prefontaine Classic. They'll run the LA Olympics in 2028. They understand that the United States needs more great track and field meets. You know what? Why not Memphis? You know what? Why not Memphis? So that's what we're doing. We're rolling up our sleeves and working really hard to become one of the track meets in the world. Look, Max Paquette can't be here. He is sweating his tail off on Beale Street right now, putting down that's because we had some of our volunteers didn't show up. He's amazing. None of this happens without Max Paquette. He is amazing. He is one of the up-and-coming top meet directors in the world. He cares so much about changing an old guard into a new guard. You know, I'm a paper guy. He's a computer guy, and it's good. We mess. He's great. I miss him right now because he deserves this privilege to be right here in front of you guys. So anyway, with that said, thank you all for being here. I want to introduce a good friend of ours, the Ed Murphey Classic and the Murphy Track Club, Rod Richmond. He is superintendent of Memphis Shelby County Schools and a great man. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Absolutely. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you. Good morning to everyone. I'm Dr. Roderick Richmond, and I just want to say that it's an honor to stand before you today to celebrate the partnership that has made an extraordinary impact in the lives of the Memphis Shelby County Schools students, the work of Mr. Ed Murphy and the Ed Murphey Classic. Mr. Murphy and his team have shown us what it really means to invest not only in programs but in people, in children, and in the promise of what they can become. The Ed Murphey Classic is a world-class track and field event that brings Olympians and elite athletes like the ones we see before us today from around the globe to Memphis. What is truly inspiring is how the proceeds from this competition are invested directly into our schools, helping our students dream bigger and to reach higher. In the past 2 years, 21 of our schools have received beautiful custom 10 by 10 tents that proudly display the names and logos of their schools. These are symbols of pride that allow our students to step into competitions with confidence, knowing that they belong. For the last 3 years, Mr. Murphy has partnered with us in our free summer track and field camps. He has invited Olympians to speak with students about excellence, leadership, character, and life. The Murphy Track Club has reached neighborhoods across our city, including Southwind, Kirby, Raleigh, Egypt, Cordova, and Whitehaven. It provides track and field training as well as access to competitions for students of all ages and skill levels. Currently, students from more than 40 of our Memphis schools, from elementary through high school, are participating in this program. Mr. Murphy has strengthened our program by hosting free coaching clinics and student skill clinics. These clinics provide world-class training that inspires both our athletes and the adults who guide them. Beyond athletics, he has supported our families in tangible ways. Thousands of hygiene items such as toothpaste, toothbrushes, and mouthwash have been donated to help MSCS students meet essential needs through our family and community engagement and partnerships department. Every time we have asked him to help, Mr. Murphy has responded with a simple but yet powerful message. Tell me what you need, and I will find a way to say yes. At Memphis Shelby County Schools, we believe greatness grows here. This partnership demonstrates that greatness is not just about talent. It's about grit, determination, and having a community that believes in our children. This work is about more than athletics. This is where grit grows. This is where confidence grows. This is where futures are built. Mr. Murphy, on behalf of Memphis Shelby County Schools, thank you for inspiring our students, supporting our families, and showing all of Memphis what it means to grow greatness right here. I also would be remiss, my team knows one of my favorite slogans by John Maxwell is "One is too small a number to achieve greatness." I want to recognize Miss India Weaver. India, would you stand? I want to give her a round of applause. This is our district-wide athletic director. We have over 100 sports programs and over 15, well, somewhere between 1,000 and 1,500 programs that she and her team manages for us. And so I want to thank her for being the point person for this partnership, which continues to grow. I also want to thank Ed. I see Harrison is here, but he and I have set a goal, and he knows I talk about it a lot. In the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles, we want to start now cultivating an athlete or athletes to participate in the Olympics on behalf of Memphis, And so I want to thank you for partnering. I want us to keep that as the goal, because I think that would mean a great deal to our community. So Harrison, good luck to you. We're behind you, brother. We're behind you. Continue to represent our city well. Thank you all, and thank you, Ed, for partnering.
All right, y'all, thank you so much for those amazing announcements. We're going to go ahead and get started. How we're going to go is Billy and we're going to be tag teaming it. He's the fun one. I guess I'm not. I'm going to be asking the hard-hitting questions. It is what it is. And then we are going to, when we're done, then the rest of the media can go ahead and pull them scrum style. You guys can do any of the interviews that you need to do as the TV people. So let's go ahead and get started. First up, Craig. Thank you so much for joining us. We know that you had some endeavors. I get it. Your flight got canceled. It was kind of crazy. But shout out to you for even still like coming out here, waking up pretty early. He's the USA indoor and outdoor. For outdoor was 1500. Indoor was the mile champion. So let's hear it for Craig Ingalls. Thank you. Yes. And then to the right of him is. I'm gonna wait till we get situated.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Okay, Curtis Thompson, 2-time javelin Olympian.
Yeah!
And Eddie and the rest were calling out Harrison a ton because he is from Memphis, Tennessee. He is a local, so he is literally the face of Memphis, you guys. It's a nice face, too. He's also a decathlon Olympian, and thank you for representing Memphis. And then all the way on the end, representing the women, shout out to you, Lalaga Tasaga. She was the 2023, she was the first ever woman for Team USA to win in history the World Discus title. And you gotta give it up for that. Now, since we're down there, I gotta talk about the saga. That's what you always post on Instagram. I think it's a play on your last name too, it makes sense, Tasaga. Now, the saga for you continues. 2023, you were on a high. 2024, it didn't go like you would have wanted. No marked, it's okay. So what you have talked about before is the way something always really good comes out of a really bad season. So you said that you wouldn't have had 2023 if you didn't have 2021 going bad. So talk to us about how the saga is going. How do you feel about the season? How are you doing this year?
Do I take one of these?
No, you don't have to.
Oh, I can be loud.
Yeah, you're loud. You can be real loud.
Hello. So I had a rough 24. I didn't make the team, and I mean it was very disheartening. But again, I think when it comes to having rough seasons, I feel like everyone has had a rough patch in their life. Something buds from that, right? So like, kind of like a phoenix, you burn real bad, but you got to rise from the ashes. And I've seen some of that improvement. I've had a coaching change. I will say this is probably one of my better years as a professional. This is my 4th year professional, and I'm starting to finally see those kind of fruits of my labor start to shine through this season, and I'm really excited to see what that means for me at USA's coming up at the end of this month and at Worlds this year.
Period. Now, being the first ever American woman to win that World Discus title, do you carry that same confidence into that Olympic pressure and having to try out for the team?
Okay, so I guess the pressure was just a bit different because if you look at my 23 season, you wouldn't have expected me to be world champion. And that's not to say that I didn't believe in myself. The numbers just really showed me I wasn't supposed to be there. But I mean, that's the beauty of being an underdog. You get to come up and be like, I do belong here, regardless of what the numbers say. So I beat the odds for that. And so I think instead of having that kind of confidence going in, it was more like an imposter syndrome, where it was like, oh my gosh, how do I repeat this? Like, how do I do this again? Like, you're freaking out the whole time because it's like everybody's looking at you now, and you weren't being looked at before. And I think I'm now kind of growing into my own, where it's like, yeah, it was 24 rough, yes. Were you dragged? Yes. But I digress. It's an opportunity to tell the world, like, I'm not just a one-hit wonder. I do belong here. There's a reason why I was able to go pro in the first place, because I do belong here. And that's going to, you know, lead me into 2028, because I'm going to hold on to that for the next Olympic trials.
Yes, very well said. Now I want to go ahead and take it down to Craig Ingalls. Not saying that you have a similar story down to the T, but mainly the way Livy just is all smiles, all jokes, regardless on her up and down season. I want to hear from you. You have had ups and down seasons as well, but something that I don't know if a lot of people know about you is that you helped. This, I feel like this needs to be on your bio now. You were part of Faith Kipyegon, her attempt at breaking 4. That's a huge deal. Obviously, she did not end up getting it, but she ended up getting a world's best. But you were a part of history in that. So what was your experience just going into that? Give us the inside details.
Yeah, so a couple weeks ago, what she's referring to is I got to go to Paris to pace a woman to try and break 4 minutes in the mile, which 50 years ago, I don't think, maybe it was 60 years ago, no men had broken 4 in the mile. And she got pretty close. She ran 4:06, but it was like one of the coolest running experiences of my life. And I wasn't even like doing anything. I was just breaking the wind for this woman who looked like a superhero. She was the nicest person I've ever met. Oh, it's so cool. Nike put all this money into it, and Faith is like such a nice person that she did it. But I don't think she was ready to be thrust into all of this attention like that and like be a marketing ploy. So it kind of made me a little sad on that front. But I loved that she was just like, I want to show women what we're capable of, and like moms, and she's 31 years old like me. So it kind of inspired me. So, but I'm like, I still got more in my career.
I mean, that's exactly the route I wanted to go in. If anybody has not watched it, it's on YouTube. Go watch it. It was insane to see it. She had 13 pacers to help her.
Yeah.
It was 13. Yeah, it was 13 men and some women as well to help her pace it. But like you just said, it was inspiring. How do you think that has just helped you with a different outlook into your season? Because you have had a season's best of 145 so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, usually leading up to USA Championships, you want to be like everything completely dialed. But I took a little different approach this year, and I've lived in my RV for the last 6 months. And so for Nike to call me and be like, hey, do you want to go to Paris mid-season and pace this woman? I was like, yep, I'm in. And then Ed Murphy contacted me. They're like, you want to race? I'm like, this is my favorite race of the year. I'm in. So it's been such a fun year. And of course, like, I had to come to this race if I want to keep like my momentum and my fun going. And I'm glad to be here. I love this place.
Love it. All right, now, Curtis, I'm going to come to you. You've been to 2 Olympics so far, and I mean, just the same way Lagi was saying, the pressure of it all. I need to hear the pressure from your aspect. Just javelin has been insane. Niraj, I mean, yeah, exactly. Niraj Chopra has done a great job representing you all sport, but you have also done really well. So how do you handle the pressure of your event and the way you guys are continuously just like getting better?
Yeah, really just embracing the change and I guess the improvements and the growth, each year, and having high expectations, but also understanding you can fall short from them. Mm-hmm. But just having such high expectations, even falling short of it, they're still pretty good goals that you've reached, and that's kind of how we've taken every year. It's always been each Olympics. It's U.S. men's javelin hasn't done this in so many years, and then you've done this, and how do you handle those type of pressures? Well, you kind of just roll with it. You, like I said, you just understand where you are, and just get ready for the growth and improvements.
I mean, it's one of those things where if there was no pressure, nobody would care. That means you're doing something right, the fact that there's pressure.
Definitely.
Now, my notes may have changed because it's trackflation right now. You were ranked number 3 when I did these notes, right behind Niraj. Now, how does it feel to be in that global mix, especially right before trials?
It feels great. Definitely been one part of my career is definitely hoping to put U.S. men's javelin in the talks of, international. Whenever anybody talks about javelin, I would love for them to have to mention U.S. javelin, a U.S. javelin thrower. So I definitely want to be, that person. And also to see the growth that's also happening behind. We have other up-and-coming U.S. javelin throwers who are stepping into the international world, and we're kind of creating this new standard that, we're improving the standard of what we want U.S. javelin to be. So it's definitely exciting to be in front of that and be a part of that, and definitely just continuing to grow that all the way into LA.
I mean, and throws has just been blowing up. I mean, I was just at pre, and it was a meet record for hammer, discus, I don't know. A lot more eyes are on throws now. You love to see it. Now, Harrison, I haven't forgotten about you. You're no stranger to the Ed Murphy Classic. We know this. You're a Memphis local, but you've been involved with connecting with the younger athletes. Why do you feel like it's so important to share your journey and your events, maybe even breed some decathlon fans in your own aspect?
Well, first of all, I just want some of my state records to get broken. They've been standing for too long. So I'm trying to get some of these younger kids, maybe someone from my high school, to break my records. But also, I think the important part about kind of fostering talent is showing what is possible. And so I'm trying to show people that you can come from Memphis and you can make the Olympic team in an event as hard as the decathlon. So I worked with the Ed Murphy Track Club a couple months ago at their clinic. We put on a little combined events clinic, just trying to introduce athletes to the decathlon and the heptathlon. Because a big part of that is just people don't know about it anymore. It's not that popular. So I was fortunate to have a high school coach that got me started in it. So I'm trying to get some Memphians back in the decathlon.
And you're going to be competing in the triathlon this weekend. But I know that you are nursing an injury. So how are you navigating through that for competition? And also explain how the triathlon is for the people who might not know.
Yeah, so first of all, when we say triathlon, we're doing the cool version of the triathlon, which means we're doing long jump, discus, 200, not swim, bike, run. That's what everybody thinks I do when I say I do the decathlon, even though that's 3. So I've been dealing with a little bit of Achilles issue, so I'm just going to be doing the discus at this meet. But they're going to have some awesome decathletes out there doing all 3. And so the way it works is we'll do the long jump, and then based on how well you do, you get a score. And then we'll do the discus, you'll get a score for that, and then the 200, and then whoever has the highest score across the 3 events is going to take home the prize money, and I think a bottle of champagne is,
Yes.
I heard that's the tradition, so yeah. I won't be competing for the overall title, but I will be competing in the discus, so it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm just thankful that Ed and Max were able to put this together for us. It's awesome to feel included as a decathlete.
Yeah, and speaking of that as well, what's one event when you normally do the decathlon? What's one event that you're really trying to focus on this season going into trials?
This season going into trials, it's been the javelin. When you
Might get
reach,
some tips from Curtis.
I'm honestly, we've been on teams together since like the junior team in 2014, I think.
Yep.
So it's been cool to see him just hold it down for the American javelin throwers. But yeah, no, the javelin's been an event I always struggled with just because I grew up playing baseball, and unfortunately you can't throw a javelin like you throw a baseball, even though I've tried. And part of being a decathlete is you got to find where you can get easy points, and for me, I think there's some easy points we've made in the javelin. That's the goal.
Curtis, he said the javelin is easy.
No. For me, it might be easier to get a little farther, because I'm not very good right now.
And Curtis, what are some things that you want to fine tune, maybe in your approach, or maybe in lifting right before trials?
Yeah, mainly just staying consistent. Training's been going pretty well for the past few months, even with hiccups or anything going on. And we see we're on the right path, getting ready for your trials, and everything's going to start clicking real soon, so that by the time trials comes around, should be hitting on everything, and then once again continuing that all the way to Worlds.
Craig, what are some things that you want to fine tune going into trials?
I think I'm the wrong person to ask for that. I'm just trying to have fun. But
What are some personal goals you have for yourself? I know you always have a great time, but what do you think about when you head to the line? Am I going to regret asking that question?
No, never. Any question's a good question. But I don't know. I put so much pressure on myself before the Olympic trials, and everyone does. And no matter how dominant of an athlete you are, you can still mess up on that day in the United States. So this year, I've just been really enjoying everything, the training, the travel, the competitions, and I don't know. It's a different approach. I kind of feel like I'm in that college and high school mindset again of just having fun, rather than keeping it as a job. And I've actually been running better, and I'm 31. So it's been cool, and I just want to keep that mindset going into the USAs this year, and not put too much pressure on myself like I did last year.
All right. Log, I'm going to come down to you. Now, you opened your season with 70.7 back in April, and you've been competing a lot this season. Man. Is it because the fact that Worlds is mid-September, it's a little bit of a later year for you? What is some of your throwing strategy just in this season?
Well, my strategy right now is just to get consistent, kind of like what Curtis said. I wasn't consistent for 3 years, so I'm just trying to build that consistency. And kind of like Greg said, you put so much pressure on yourself after trials, right? So I'm finding the joy back in it because regardless if you love your job or not, it's still a job. And so nobody wants to have to go to work all the time. So when you take out the aspect of the sport that you fell in love with and you just make it a job, it gets really rough. And so I am finding that it's a bit better now that I'm falling back in love with it. And yeah, those are pretty much my goals going into USA's. I also been competing a lot because I do have the bye. So I'm like, I need to make this money. So, if you see me somewhere, I need to be there. Okay? I messed up at 24. Okay, I don't throw far. I don't eat. I gotta eat if I want to be strong to throw far. So here we are. But just overall, like it's just been good. I'm enjoying it, but I'm staying consistent, and I'm ready to catch one again.
Good.
I'm genuinely ready to catch one.
We're ready for you to catch one again.
Thank you.
For USA. I mean, hey. And
Yeah.
I'm going to ask all four of y'all the same question. How does this meet specifically, the Ed Murphey Classic, help you guys with that? And also, there are going to be tons of kids out there ready to get y'all's autograph. Does that feel good for y'all? I know, like, going to these meets, literally, like, time and time again, especially overseas, is tough. Like you said, if you don't compete, you don't eat. And then you have a little kid to come up to you and is like, I just want this T-shirt signed. So, Lockie, we're going to start with you.
I think it's meaningful. Again, you don't get to feel that much of a celebrity in track and field, but especially when you're in a field event. So when you see someone and they genuinely call you by your name, you're like, for me? Like, you want my signature? It's pretty special. And I think that the Ed Murphy, like, this is my first year here, but I also think this is an opportunity for, like, a lot of people because, you know, we've had some cancellations with domestic meets. Again, as Americans, we have some of the best people in the fields. We have, like, mostly within each field is like 8 people who can make a team, but not everybody gets to travel overseas to really make money or to get better marks. And so that I feel like this year Ed Murphy the Ed Murphey Classic has been that kind of beacon to be like, look, you got one more chance. You got an opportunity to make some cash, to make points, to do what you got to do so you're ready by USA's to really make that team. And so I'm just really happy to be a part of that this year.
I mean, that was a great answer. Harrison, try not to repeat after that, but, like, I mean,
It's a hard one to follow. I mean, for the decathletes, you know, it's hard to find opportunities to compete between decathlons because we only do maybe 3 a year. But in the meantime, like, we need to be trying to get in high-level hurdle races. So just to be able, you know, to all compete together at a meet like this and have some fun in a triathlon format means a lot for us. Also, just to be included in these, you know, these high-level meets, especially in Memphis, obviously means a lot to me. And then, I mean, yeah, being asked to autograph, it's pretty surreal every time still. I still don't think I'm famous enough to get my autograph out, so I need to work on my autograph because it's not very pretty. But yeah, no, it means a lot, especially, you know, here in Memphis to hopefully show these kids what's possible.
And Curtis, same thing with you. I want to go ahead and say I think it's the first time we've had javelin. I'm going to ask Max to fact check me, but this is a big deal. We have a ton of throwing events and field events just here this year. So same question.
Yeah, to have the opportunity to have not only a big meet that's been growing over the past 9 years, and seeing it from my eyes or my perspective, watching it on Instagram and social media and seeing all the athletes have so much fun, and to finally be a part of that as a jav thrower, you know, it means a lot. And also, as far as, you know, having so many kids and people who are passionate about track and field as well, just out here watching. I got a chance to go to India and see that culture and that population cheer on, you know, one of their gold medalists up front and close and personal, and to see so many kids and so many people just yelling out his name, and then also, you know, that's something that could be grown or that could be started or that can happen here at the Classic. And you know, if I hear my name, of course I'm going to turn. I'm going to, you know, sign and take whatever pictures and say hi to whoever it is. And it's just going to take that time, and I have no problem. I won't turn that away. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited to, you know, be a part of that. I'm happy that this is the first year having javelin, men and women. And I'm excited for everybody in the field to put on a great show and hopefully continue to watch it grow for the next few years coming.
And Craig, you've competed here before. You said it's your favorite meet. So I'm going to reword the question just a little bit for you. If you needed to tell one of the athletes on the circuit why they should compete here at the Ed Murphey Classic, if they're like, man, I really need a meet under me, well, I've never heard of the Ed Murphy, what would you tell them?
First off, I'll try not to be too long-winded here, but I have a crazy connection to this meet. I came here in 2017 when it was just a mile. I think I might have won that year. Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah, first one to break 4 minutes in Memphis. And my mom, after that race, was like, "Gosh, that name sounds familiar. Ed Murphy sounds super familiar." And she went through her mom's photo albums and found out that my grandpa was college roommates with Ed Murphy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they both ran for Tennessee together, and so it was like immediately I'm like, this is my race now. I won. My grandpa has a connection. So now I think I've been here 3 or 4 times since, and I've watched this meet grow from just a mile to now like one of the best track meets in the world. There's crazy prize money. It's a silver or gold or silver label meet, and to go from I wish I could show you guys a video of that first year. It was just like a bunch of guys running in lane 1 and then a bunch of fans in lane 3 and 4 cheering us on. It was really cool. But yeah, this meet has grown into one of the coolest American domestic meets possible without having to fly over to Europe, hit that jet lag, spend $2,000, eat like a bucket of Nutella a day. Yeah, so it's really cool. I love this meet, and I also went to Ole Miss, which is an hour south of here. We also got another SEC guy right here, but we won't name their school.
I'll name it Mississippi State. I'll name it.
So I got a lot of connections to this meet, and I love it so much. And now I'm friends with the family and friends with you guys have been here. I don't know how many years in a row for you two, but yeah, I love this race.
I mean, just to piggyback off of Craig before I give it off to Billy for the fun questions, we will have Sydney McLaughlin-Roney making another American record attempt for the 400. Athing Mo Nikolaev will also be here. She's an 800-meter gold medalist. And, I mean, we have talent after talent. I can't even name how many people we have in throws as well. U.S. champions, record holders, it's insane. So make sure you guys are coming out tomorrow. And Bill Street is tonight. Pole vault is going to be absolutely insane like it is every single year. But now I'm going to go ahead and toss it over to Billy.
Gosh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be talking this thing.
Good job.
Very impressive. I'm definitely not as cool as her, but I'm a character, so I always add some fun questions. And we're gonna start with, they talked a lot about how the kids are in. This is the, Ed Murphy Classic, but they have the youth clinic, and none of them are in the room right now, but hopefully they watch, or maybe this is a soundbite we could use. Is you guys, the easy answer is just have fun with it, and at the end of the day, you have to go back to that. But I would say, what's one thing you could tell your high school self, to inspire the kids? What's some advice you would give yourself to just like, hey man, you can start down and walk down if you want.
Yeah, I'll go first.
You got it.
Yeah, I mean, I was absolutely crazy in high school, so there's not much you could tell me to calm me down, but I would love to, I got to speak at a camp right before this, and that's kind of why I was late. But yeah, these high schoolers just they want someone to look up to, and whether it's in the javelin, the discus, the decathlon, or the 1500, they want someone to look up to, and they will do whatever you do. So I would say find someone that you really, really like in this sport. Sorry, I'm talking to high schoolers, not all these adults in this room, but find someone in the sport you really look up to that has fun, enjoys it, keeps it lighthearted, because you never know how far you can make it in this sport. In high school, I didn't even know college running was a thing or a scholarship, and now I'm professional. I didn't know that was a thing. So just keep it lighthearted, keep it fun, always enjoy your teammates, enjoy the whole process of everything, and always have someone to look up to that you really like.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say one of the things is, as javelin's such a niche event, don't be afraid to go against the grain. You don't have to do what is popular. You don't have to do what you feel like you're supposed to do. Go against the grain. Try these different events. Try different sports. Try different hobbies. And if it's fun and you enjoy it, keep doing it until you can't do it anymore. And you never know. You could probably make a living out of it.
If I was talking to myself as a high schooler, I would say stretch more and sleep more, because that's not what I did in high school, and I'm paying the price for it now. On top of that, though, I was really lucky to have some awesome coaches in Memphis. So I would say find a good coach and then do what they say. It's pretty easy. I had Chris Whitfield's rookie Mott with the Memphis Mustangs. They really shaped my early career here in Memphis, and very thankful for them.
I think for me, just going back to if I was in high school, I would just say don't let it become a job. Don't let it become a job. If you're in it because you enjoy it, and that's going to take you a lot further than you wanting to make this a job. So yeah. It pretty much just have fun, but it's like you really gotta love it down. You just gotta love it down. Yeah.
Gotta love what you do for sure.
Man.
So kind of like what you said and Curtis said is you guys try different things, try different experiences, have fun with things. But I guess a fun question is, because I asked those fun questions, is if you were not to do track and field or you were not a professional athlete, what's one thing or passion you would kind of go after if it's not a sport? You guys can walk it down and start with.
Oh, that's not a sport.
That's a tough question.
That's very tough.
Because you're so focused on that right now, right? You're trying to be the best in the world. Do you guys have something that you're kind of passionate about on the side, or something you would do? Sorry for stumping you. That's my job.
Well, it's really not something that I'm passionate about it because I love doing it. But I'm an aunt to 14 children.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I have 4 siblings, but like I absolutely love children. So it's like I don't know what I would do, but I think I'd be okay doing something with children. It's just they're absolutely funny. They're just little people with these big personalities. If I'm not throwing, that's what I'm doing. Did you put something in the car seat? Do you have this juice bottle? Because if you don't have this juice bottle, it's not gonna feel well. So I guess I don't know. Being an aunt, you pretty much the lunch lady, the laundry woman, you everything. So I don't know. The third parent, yeah. That's what I do.
She would be a comedian.
Yeah, no, she would, absolutely, 100%.
People please, Harrison, you guys.
For me, I don't know. It's hard to think outside of sports because that's been my life for
Yeah.
12 years or longer than that. I've always thought it'd be cool to sail across the ocean solo.
Oh,
Wow.
It's really random, but yeah,
That's awesome.
that'd be a cool thing to do.
Outside of sports, the only other thing I probably do is, play video games.
respectable.
That's normally my way of connecting with family and friends from that are, back at home, and that's just our downtime, and that's how we catch up and talk. So that's probably what I'll do.
Gregory?
I'm obsessed with RVs for some reason. So I'd probably be the kingpin at an RV park.
Yeah, I bought an RV in 2021, and Craig helped me with that journey. Anytime something was broken at 4 a.m. in the middle of Wyoming, I was calling him, and he was like, dude, just click this switch or just do that. And I'm like, how did he know that? He's like, that's what I do. And I'm like, is it? So and I agree with that 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
The shitter's full. Excuse me. Yeah. Cool. So one more or two more questions here. And again, just keeping them kind of fun. Is you guys are great athletes, like we all know. Obviously, that's why you're here. But if you have, what's one fun fact, non-track and field related, or one hidden talent that y'all have? Because I know y'all are super people on the track and field, but you're also super people. I know you have other talents. Do you have one? Greg, you want to start?
Can't sing, I'll tell you that. I'm really good at construction. I love electrical, I love plumbing, I love all of it, but I'm only good at working on RVs. That's like my talent.
I'm big on, technology and gadgets. So I like messing around and trying new things, and the new iPhones that always come out and everybody says, why are you getting it? Well, I get it just because. So just new gadgets.
I'd say I'm pretty good at just fixing things with my hands without knowing how to do it and just figuring it out. Yeah, I can just fix bikes, but I don't really have much background on bikes.
Handyman, almost an
Yeah.
engineer without a degree.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Log.
I recently, in the past 2 to 3 years, got into off-roading, especially with Jeeps. So
Yeah.
I'm a very big person when it comes to stuff like that. Oh, what kind of shocks you got? Oh, what kind of wheels you have? Oh, you got some baby tires on, and those ain't all-terrain or mud terrain. So I'm just really big on things like that. Or oh, you got these brand new lights. What they look like in the dark. We should go on a trail. But yeah, I think that's something that I do pretty often outside of track.
Sweet. And then the last one, guys, because, we got things to do here. But it's just, and Serenity kind of stole my question here. No, I'm just kidding. I stole her question. But, yeah, Ed Murphy Classic to me is special, too. Just like Craig talked about, we've been coming for 8 years now. And, I've seen all you guys compete at these big meets like Pre or the Milrose Games and stuff like that. And that's TV window, high pressure, this and that. I guess just, softball question, but kind of talk about the difference of this meet and being able, she talked about signing autographs and stuff, but kind of allowing you to be you. You guys get to mingle with some more friends. It's kind of 3 or 4 days. We were at Eddie Murphy's house last night, beautiful house. Kind of just talk about what that means to like track and field, and maybe to you guys as professionals to remind yourself, hey man, this is cool, you know. Greg, you want to start?
Oh, we start down there. We'll end it.
Oh, okay.
No,
Go
we're
ahead,
not.
go ahead.
Go ahead, Curtis.
Ping pong.
I guess lost my train of thought.
I'll go.
Yeah, go ahead. Lost the train
I
of
mean, it
thought.
just means a lot to be back in Memphis. My last meet in the state of Tennessee was the high school state championships, my senior year of high school. So it's been a while. And back then, I mean, I really loved track, just, you know, as a passion. You know, it's gotten to be a little bit of a job now, so I'm hoping that this meet can kind of remind me of what it's like to just love the sport and love the just the whole environment of especially competing in Memphis. I'm really excited for that.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I got my train of thought back. But no, just this type of meet, it's that feeling of as an athlete of, you know, feeling wanted and feeling like you want to be, or feeling like people want you here, and feeling, you know, like priority. That kind of takes a lot of pressure off compared to the, you know, these bigger meets. So I'm excited to kind of be in that environment at a big meet like this. And yeah, that's one thing I was thinking.
You want to go last?
It's just good to be home. It's good to be domestic. Honestly, I think that's the biggest thing about meets like this, where it's huge, but also you're surrounded by pretty much every single person that's been trying to make these USA teams. So really, like at an American meet, it's just like it's another trials or another USA's, and so you just get to see all the people that you genuinely get to enjoy instead of going to like these big meets where it's like foreign people, but also they don't have all the events. So you're just like, I will never see a women's shot putter. So it's nice to see one. So it's like, okay, and I think, again, this is my first meet here, but already like the atmosphere in the hotel and that type of energy, it speaks to this meet getting a lot bigger and having a lot more genuine people like flood the starting lists, the flights, and I'm excited for that.
Yeah, like she said, it feels like home, and for me, it really feels like home. I'm from North Carolina, same humidity as here, and I went to Ole Miss, so this feels a lot like home. And also, we got the Bass Pro Shops, so I'm stoked for that.
All right, let's hear it for them.
Thanks, guys.
And we're gonna get you guys lined up right here to take a picture for the photogs, and then the TV people can grab them. But thank y'all. And thank you, Eddie, and Paul, and Max, who aren't here.
I'm in front of the table there.
Yeah, thank you for having us. Thanks, guys, for coming out.
Can we get a picture real quick?
Yeah, okay.
No, you were great.
You did. Those were good.
You get in the middle.
Yeah.
In the middle? Come on, man. Like all my superstars. Come on, man.
Sorry, Curtis. Neither. We
Wait, there we go. Guys, appreciate y'all coming. Glad to get set.
Good job.
All right, we got it. It's a wrap. Appreciate it.